we're back. Another episode of Dick at Night. Hey, I want to remind everyone to watch Jesse Sinsack with his recap of The Bachelor Pad 2, which is a complete and total rip-off of Big Brother, so except for they fuck on that one. Just like James' season 9. One of our guests, Crazy James. You might not recognize him without the pink hair and mohawk.
I'm normal.
He's not dead. He's not in Paris. He's not in New York. He's back in L.A., folks. And what bar are you opening up, James?
The Escondite on 410 Boyd Street in Skid Row, 4th and San Pedro.
And Escondite means illegal alien in Spanish?
The Hideout.
Oh, sorry, the Hideout. Same thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
And my second guest tonight, Mark Long. First season of Road Rules. A reality veteran, if there ever was one. What was that, like 35 years ago?
Dude, my first season was only on radio. Television wasn't established yet. But I could Morse code my diary room confessions. I could Morse code them. Of course, it was 1995, bro. How about that?
Shut up.
95 was my first show on MTV.
Holy shit. What is that, 16 years ago?
That means I'm 53 years old.
So you were on, what, a year after Puck?
I did, yeah. His aired, I believe, in 94. Because I was a replacement for him, and then they did the Road Rules right after it. So 95 we aired. Only Road Rules that aired back to back. It just aired for a year and then re-aired because they shot another season. How about that?
Oh, no shit. Hey, dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, I went out to Puck, with Puck, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 months ago after he had the accident and stuff. And we were sitting at In-N-Out, and some dude comes over and he's like this, can I sit with you guys?
Oh my God.
And Puck's like, yeah, sit down. He's like, I know who you are. And Puck's like, bullshit, who are we? And he's like, you're Puck and you're Evil Dick. I love you guys, man. So we made that dude's like, he's probably still talking about that lunch sitting in and out with Evil Dick and Puck. But he was telling me that his show was like 17 years ago. It's a long time ago. This shit's been rolling, man.
But I'm a huge Big Brother fan. Since your season, Dick, I'm locked in every night.
Oh, see, I thought that you were a fan before my season.
No, I just started. You know what's funny is I tuned in the first episode of your season, and I was like, I'm done. This is going to be my summer show.
And this is when you were working as a correspondent for Fox Reality with what the hell was the name of Kennedy's show? Reality Remix.
Reality Remix.
That's right.
We covered you a lot.
And you were at the end of my season. You were one of my backyard interviews. Like right after the finale, and you pull me aside and you're like, dude, we need to talk after this. You're the biggest thing on fucking television right now. We need to talk. And then we ran into each other at Fox Reality when I was doing an appearance on Kennedy's show, and we talked some more, and we came up with the Behind Bars idea.
If no one's seen that, YouTube Behind Bars with Evil Dick, it's a pilot we shot. It's fucking awesome. Don't you think, Dick?
I really do. And they just picked up a show like that for Spike TV with some nerdy-looking tool.
With some no-name looks like...
I know. It would have been so much better. Would have been so much better.
You know what? We're not done. We're not done. We'll come up with something else.
Hey, what was the... I just texted you a idea for another show. What the hell was it?
Reality Star Wars.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great name. We just need to come up with a concept for it.
Exactly.
We can have Ronnie running around in his Princess Leia outfit.
Yeah. Hey,
give it
James,
a little bit of flavor.
Drinking? James, what are you drinking? What are you drinking there?
Just drinking Schlitz.
Oh my God. Dude, but you know what? That's what my grandfather used to drink on the porch. He used to make me take sips of it. I almost threw up.
I have a whole fridge full of it. We get it from the bar. We get it wholesale.
Dude,
I was going to say, I hope it's sponsored or something.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that the beer that Billy D. Williams used to push? Oh, that was the Bull. What the hell was that one? Malt liquor.
Colt 45?
Colt 45.
No. There's the one with the bull on it.
I thought that was the Bull.
No, Colt 45 has the horse kicking the horseshoe or something.
We need like a fax guy to chime in right now and be like, that was blank.
Hold on.
What was the Bull?
Oh, what's it? I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is.
The Bull. He was a slick...
everybody's thinking. Anyhow.
Yeah, I haven't seen you, but I have a bone to pick with you because you were one of the reasons why I tuned into this goddamn show this year because I was hoping like the bar was set high. So I have to voice my opinion publicly that you left us. I kind of feel like I put the tooth under the pillow and woke up with no money. I'm like, I get nothing for the fucking tooth under the pillow.
And you still ain't getting no money.
I haven't talked to you either, man.
I know. I haven't talked to it about it with anybody. It is what it is.
Right.
They gave me 2 days to get ready to go into the house, and some personal shit came up that it just couldn't be avoided. It had to be taken care of. Trust me, I didn't want to leave. Who would ever walk out on a chance at $500,000 with those fools that are in the house right now?
You'll be back, bro. You'll be back.
Did you see the thing on Jokers that they posted about Danielle talking about if she got evicted that 3 people would fire?
Oh, she was talking about a couple of production guys. You know how it is, and that's good. Let's address this. She's talking about when you go into the diary room. You know, it's like this dude has an English accent. There's a girl that talks kind of hard, and there's this, and you're just like, okay, you know, who am I talking to? And that's all she's talking about. She's just talking shit, and as far as I know.
Well, it really goes into detail here because they have the updates, and she really goes into saying that, you know, they look into who this Jeff person was and who this other person was, and I mean, they list the segment producer and 2 video camera operators as people that would quit. And I don't know, I just wanted to see what your take on it was.
Well, I don't think anybody's quitting their job over Danielle leaving.
No, but I didn't know if there was any tie into that.
Those jobs are too hard to get, and those people have to kiss too much ass in order to get them, and that show's been on now 13 seasons, 12 years. Ain't nobody leaving over Danielle. You can trust me on this one.
Dick, it still amazes me that Danielle is your daughter because you're just such an ugly fuck, and she's just came out really, really good looking. So congrats.
I have a very good sperm, and the egg donor was a pretty girl as well. Everybody seems to think that Danielle looks a lot more like me. I posted a picture on Twitter of me and my first wife. If I had it for these people, I'd have them put it up there right now, but I didn't get it to them. I didn't know where
you gave her good bone structure, dude. You gave her good bone structure. I think that's from you. I'm being honest, dude.
Not the bone structure. No. It's just the bone structure.
Hey.
No, that's it.
This is my daughter we're talking about.
No, trust me. Come on. It's all in good fun.
Come on, James. Have you gotten any new fucked up tattoos? You got the Dr. Seuss arm, if nobody's seen that.
Dr. Seuss arm. What else? Shit. Yeah, I got my ex-fiance's name on my foot now.
Do you really?
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
You poor bastard.
Are you talking about Faith?
Yeah, I got Faith's name on my foot.
I hope it's on the bottom of your foot so you can walk around barefoot.
No, my tattoo artist did it in red in the shape of a skull, so I can go get it filled in, which I have to now because she was cheating on me the whole time in Paris.
Oh my God. But you know what? Hey, you know what James did get? You can't see it in this frame, but James has got a full knife set in the background on that counter, and that proves he's made it. Point your camera. Let him see it. Point it over there a little bit. Look at this. Look at that.
Hey.
Huh? I know that. That means you're a grown-up now.
Sort of.
Hey, gosh dang it. My dog's at my feet crying for food. Just if you hear a random
If
dog.
you want to go feed him, brother.
I'm going to hop out 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Don't talk about me.
Oh, of course we're going to talk about it. Yeah. Is he kidding me? I love Mark. I've known Mark for over 4 years now. Did you meet him after the show? Have you met him?
I met him at the Reality TV Awards when they did the after party. So.
Oh, that's right. He put on the after party that year.
And that was with the guys from the Deadliest Catch and everyone like that.
That's right, and that was the Reality Awards that I had you holding the camera when I went out to present for Entertainer of the Year with the 2 naked girls.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and what was so funny about that video, God, I wish I knew we were going to talk about this. I could have had him play it. What was so funny about that is you can hear you going, when I'm walking out and the girls drop their dresses, going, because nobody knew that I was going to walk out there have the 2 girls naked. None of the producers, nobody knew. I kept it a secret from everyone except for you.
That was amazing.
And they were so lame that they made you do it again. That's how lame they were. That's probably why we got taken off the air.
That was the worst. Of that network of all, where they have topless girls in the fucking jacuzzi the year before. They couldn't pixelize some nipples. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Dick, remember when I called you? Here's a little side note. You'll love the story. Remember when I called you like late at night, and I'm like, Dick, there's a porn star girl wanting to come over to my house, but I feel a little dirty. And you're like, well, porn stars are pretty clean, but they probably do bad things. And I called her back and I fucking chickened out. I was like, I'm not doing the porn star.
The porn star was Bridget B, who was one of the girls that got naked on the stage with me. As a matter of fact, talk about 1 degree of separation, one penis from separation, I guess.
Now we're great friends. Now I follow her on Twitter and we're great friends.
She's actually very cool.
She's awesome. She's a.
Doesn't she have she has a degree? Is it a master's degree?
I don't know.
She has a degree, and she's actually one that's not like all strung out on drugs or an alcoholic.
She's super cool.
And she's using her money, for the good of man.
Yeah, I was like, Dick, should I do this? And then I got scared and I hung up and called her back.
I knew you were gonna fucking puss out.
You know what? I'm a clean guy, dude. I like to stay clean, like slippery clean.
Well, you don't want to tarnish that All-American Kid image you have. Look, I got the All-American Kid, and then I got the other one that's couldn't be any farther from that. All here on the same show. So let's get into Big Brother here. Who do we got in the back?
This is Jessica. She's an Eva Mendes lookalike.
Oh no! Such a
Let's get her in the frame here. Put her in the frame.
Just get in the frame.
Where?
Oh my God! Who's that now? Is that your new girlfriend?
No girlfriends.
Well, tell her to check me out. Get her back in here to check me out.
Oh, Mark's asking.
Hey, Jessica. Huh?
No.
Huh? Come on. Just kidding.
Sure.
Oh, there we go.
Small liquor.
Schlitz malt liquor. Ah,
With the bull.
with the bull. That's the one.
I love it. Hey, you missed Rachel following your daughter around.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that. I missed the first half of the show, but I've been filled in, and I saw it on the feed. So, let's talk about that. Rachel just gloating and being annoying and following Danielle around, and come on, what do you guys think? How can this girl be any more annoying than she already is?
Good,
I think because she got saved. I mean, she thinks that Danny's going to get backdoored in this situation. If they can swing Adam, Rachel just thinks she's safe right now, and that's why she can pressure Danny in any way she wants.
Well, Rachel's like the epitome of bipolar. She's either I want to see my HOH, floaters, get a life vest, or she's like all ooh, Brendan. She's one or the other. There's no in between with her. She seriously needs medication. I've said this before. Instead of getting all this plastic surgery, which she could use a nose job, I think that she should actually go and.
State facts here. We only state facts.
Hey, I'm telling you the truth, man. Who else can actually take a drink in a water glass without putting their lips to the glass itself?
Oh God.
So, she's... Oh, here we go. The Rachel clip.
Oh, Lord.
My favorite clip.
Are they running around the backyard?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
look
so
how-
stupid. You know how small that backyard is?
Here we go.
And there she
Fawn.
goes. She takes a header right into Jeff's crotch.
Yeah.
No, she's very socially awkward at times.
Do you know that
You know what
backyard
I'm
is 30 feet by 50? It's tiny as fuck.
But did you notice the way she was running was in between those people?
Yeah. It
wasn't an in between the two of them. It's going, look at me, I'm running, give me a oh! And then she's taking a facer into Jeff's crotch there. Speaking of crotches, I'm trying to see how quick on the ball Brian is. Speaking of crotches,
we got a crotch shot. Bam.
oh, has he got it? I'm counting him. And a 1 and a 2. No, we're gonna have to move on.
You know what still amazes me?
I gotta keep him on his toes.
It still amazes me that Jeff smokes.
Let me tell you something about that.
It cracks me up.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, hey. Whoa. What was that in the bathtub?
That was...
That was Shamu shaving her vagina.
Wow.
That's just not a good angle for her, for sure. I'm surprised she's probably in there looking for some chips. She lost a bag of chips in there or something she's looking for.
Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, is Kalia annoying as fuck or what? This girl,
Well, the best thing is she talks like she really is, when you kind of pull the curtains back, like she really is kind of floating by, but she talks like she's like this real involved game player. But she won HOH one week, but like she's not like that great. It's not like she's like kicking
She
ass.
won HOH, and who did she send home? Somebody in her own fucking alliance. She sent LaJuan home.
No,
that was the worst
horrible.
HOH since Howie let Maggie run his HOH in season 6. That was fucking ridiculous. So what do you think about Rachel harassing Danielle? I mean, do you think that Rachel would try to pull that shit with me?
No, because you'd probably bite back a little bit harder.
You think so?
And you know what, though? I would say this. Danny kind of bit her tongue because she just didn't like dealing with it, so I give her props for that. But it's like, it wasn't even like that they were like on the verge of competing. It was just sitting around the backyard. Like, it was just stupid. It was like a waste. It's just, she annoys me. Like, she used to not annoy me as much, but she annoys me like crap.
You're talking about Rachel? How could she not annoy you?
Rachel annoys. She used to like, you know what, everyone likes the villain. It was kind of like the Omarosa thing, but now she's like the villain. So it's kind of, I don't know.
Go ahead, James.
I don't know, like with Danny's situation that she's in, I think she had to bite her lip because if she was to be saved, she'd be stuck in that situation where she'd have to deal with these people again, you know? So
yeah, she's smart.
See, I would have just told Rachel to go fuck herself, and if she comes any closer, I was going to launch my boot in her vagina so deep that she would need the jaws of life to get it out.
That would have been a perfect comeback for you. I wouldn't have expected anything less.
What would you think about, does Jeff have a little bit of HOH syndrome? You think he's like walking around like the king of the house now? And, with my golden scepter, now that I have POV as well.
Go ahead, James, because I noticed something. Go ahead, James, you go first.
I totally agree, but at the same time, too, if he is to get Danny out this week, he does have a little edge because he also has Jordan on his side, too. And those are the kind of creepers that come up, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see those two in the final 3 if Danny gets, eliminated.
You know what I've noticed as the episodes go on with Jeff, who I like, is he's referring to himself more and more as Big Jeff.
Oh God!
So I think
how
as the Big Jeff
irritating
come
is
out,
that?
it gets the more cocky comes out. Because when you say Big Jeff, you're peacocking there. You're showing the feathers. You know what I'm saying? So as he gets more comfortable and further in the game, the Big Jeffs are rolling out of like nonstop.
But this is also a guy that's a salesman who probably self-motivates himself before he wakes up on an average day besides going into a show,
This is a guy that hasn't worked. This is a guy who hasn't worked in 3 years and lives in his mother's basement. What are you talking about?
Come on, Dick, you don't like Jeff. Come on.
No, I didn't say that. I personally, I like Jeff. But the fact of the matter is, he's gone from Big Brother to Amazing Race to Around the World for Free, has probably compiled about $60,000 worth of stipend because they were out of Amazing Race early. He just got stipend. Well, he got the $25,000 for fan favorite the last time, and the Around the World for Free ain't going to pay him anymore.
I wonder where they got that fucking idea from.
Which one?
James.
Well, it could be Around the World for Free on a bicycle. That could have been your show.
Yeah, right.
He won some money on this year, too. Didn't he win 10 grand? And then maybe another
15.
5? Yeah.
15 plus his stipend. And I'm petitioning all my fans to vote for me for fan favorite and to give Jeff the big middle finger. Yeah. I want to be on 4 episodes and win fan favorite. That's what my goal is.
I think everyone should tweet that. Tweet that.
As soon as that goes up, bro, I'm going to be hitting it hard. That's another 25 grand. I'll take it.
Hey, Dick, did you get to see the Zing bot?
Oh, that was early in the episode? I missed the Zing bot.
Oh, they had some great Zing bots. They said, hey, the best one was, Portia, it's funny that you're named after a car. We would have thought you'd been named after a car with a roomier trunk.
Oh!
Dude, she's the only one that's like gaining weight on the show. I thought when you go on shows like this, you lose weight. I think her butt is gradually getting bigger as the episodes go.
No. Janelle gained a lot of weight. June gained a lot of weight.
How? What do they do? You don't even eat barely. Or do you
sit around and eat. If you're not on slop, they sit around and eat. Kalia, that's all she does is eat. Dude, oh my God, this fucking Kalia, all she does is talk and eat and talk. And she talks while she's eating. It's just like, but she never shuts the fuck up. She drives me crazy. Let's talk about the fact that, and I've said this for weeks now, I knew it was coming. I saw it coming 2-3 weeks ago, and it pisses me the fuck off. Adam. Okay? Adam is the worst floater. He's the Zach of this season. Doesn't do a goddamn thing. But yet, this week, and last week actually, he was the swing vote and is going to decide who stays and who goes. This is way too much power for somebody that just eats bacon and smokes.
No, I totally agree. Go ahead. James.
Is he tied in with Jeff and Jordan pretty heavy? Like, because in the beginning it didn't seem like he was, and now it seems
I think he thinks there's a finals deal with them. I think in his head he thinks he's going to the finals with them.
I think in his head he's thinking Final Four with Jeff and Jordan, and right now all I see him snorkeling on fucking Jeff. Have you seen the little snorkel out of Jeff's ass? That's Adam up his ass. I'm telling you.
Oh Lord,
that's
awesome.
all he's done is fucking gone from one HOH to the next, and he fucking sticks his head up their ass and breathes through a snorkel.
But the shame of this season for me, the shame of it would be if one of the newbies or one of the quote-unquote floaters did skate by and win the thing. I think it would be a travesty if one of them won, and I hope it doesn't turn out that way. I'd be really pissed if like an Adam or a Shelley won. Even, I mean...
you would be pissed if a Porsche won? Girls suck.
No, Porsche, and I want like a Danny or a Jeff or at least someone. I mean, George.
Okay, all right? There's a good question. Who's left that you would like to see win the game? I'm having a very tough time with this.
I would say for me, I would say if Jeff won, I'd be fine with it because he's been playing well.
Playing the game.
I think if Danny stayed one, then I'd be happy too. But like. Even like the Jordans, I think are kind of floating by. The Shelleys are floating by big time. Shelley's
You know what's so funny is I hear Jordan all the time going, all these people who aren't doing anything, it really makes me mad. And I'm like, what the fuck have you done? I mean, every time I turn on the feeds, this girl's like got her feet in the pool and she's staring off into space, or she's sitting on the couch, like not talking to anybody, staring into space. And when she actually is talking, oh, that's it. That's
she does look cute in that outfit. I like the outfit though.
I would have preferred to see Adam in that outfit myself.
Hold on.
But I mean, have you seen? Is he gone again? Where the hell is he gone? Have you actually seen her on the feeds trying to string like two sentences together?
It's horrible, man. And this was from last season, when she was on last time too.
I'm losing light. Sorry, guys.
It's painful to watch Jordan try to string a complete thought together that has more than like two sentences in it. And personally, I like Jordan. She's very nice, but her entire game is based on, she would be the same person if she went to see her grandma in an old folks home, or if she's sitting around with her friends. It's all about being nice. She can't win shit. She has no strategy whatsoever. And she is the ultimate, people call her a floater. She's not a floater. She's not going from side to side that's in power. She's a coattail rider. She rode Jeff's coattails all the way in season 11, and she's doing the same thing this season.
Oh, Dick, so, the Zingbot had a great zing for Danielle. Oh, it was great. What did he say,
What the hell
James?
was it?
He said, he said, Danielle doesn't own a car because she likes to ride her dad's coattails. Bang! Oh, she.
I wanted to see her face when it said that. She probably was like,
"Oh, it was funny. It was bad."
Is she still having struggles with that situation inside the house?
Dude, that's her whole game this season has been based on trying to get out from under my shadow and prove that she
making
was the
big
factor.
Moves.
Yeah, making big moves. She said big moves. Probably a total of 500 times in the last 15 episodes.
Yeah, but if she loses the game, that doesn't mean that she's...
Well, look, her big moves have been terrible. Her big moves was trying to turn the veterans on each other, which blew up in her face. Her next big move was with Kalia that ended up getting Lawan out of the house. And her third huge mistake is she had 4 weeks of a walk with the Golden Key. She goes in and wins HOH. Kalia wins HOH. She wins HOH. She's literally had a free ride for close to 2 months in the Big Brother house. And the first opportunity that there is to put her up on the block for the other side, her ass is up and probably going home.
Right now, Did you see? I thought Jeff had a great speech at the end tonight because he literally said, trust is why you're up there, because in the beginning of this game she flipped so quick and tried to get the newbies on her side. So I thought it was a great speech by Jeff, and I have a really bad feeling she's going home.
The swing vote is Adam. The votes will be Jordan and Rachel versus Portia. Shelly is actually flipped, and Shelly would vote for her to stay, and Adam's in the middle. 5 people voting. If Adam votes for her to stay, she'll stay. If he votes for her to go, she'll go. Right. But if that vote isn't secure, Shelly is not going to vote for her because, God forbid, Shelly exposed herself as the liar that she is. And everybody that's watching knows that Shelly is the biggest liar in the house.
Well, it also says on the feeds, I believe at 5 o'clock, Adam was upstairs with Jeff and Jordan saying that he has the vote to evict Danny. He's going to use it to get her out. So, I mean, from what it stands for today, it seems like Adam is going to use it on Danny. So
to get her out, right?
Yeah.
I don't see Danny being able to stay. Danny's power of persuasion is non-existent in the house, which is one thing that she very much underestimated on my gameplay, where she got the benefit of that, being able to convince people to do things that I wanted them to do, that we wanted them to do. Anytime that she's gone to people in the house, it's just been, this is why you should have to do it, and if you don't, I'm going to be pissed off, or if you don't, I'm going to be furious. If you don't, God help you next week. Instead of trying to reason with them, the best reason that they should do it that's beneficial to them, people just read through her as, this is what I want, and you better do what I want because I want it. And it's just not working.
I mean, you're down to the final 6, 7 right now?
Right now it's 8.
All right, 8? Yeah, this is right when you get to when you've been in there for 2 months, everyone's starting to get a little itchy. I mean, you've seen this, Dick. At this point, everyone's starting to really get on their nerves about everything.
Well, yeah, and it's the end of the game play. It's these people from the first week are like, well, I want to be final 2 with you. I want to be final 3. You don't even know if they're gonna fucking be there, But at this point is when you really need to sit down and say, okay, we need to have some kind of a plan. This person needs to go. That person needs to go, and you need to have an order in which to do it. Jeff's best move is to get rid of Danny right now at this point in the game, because he even said it, and I've said it before. You cut the head off, the body dies. What the hell are Kalia and Portia going to do besides flip on the ground like a couple of fish out of water once Danielle's gone? Really? They're going to be completely and utterly lost.
What cracks me up is when people like that go up to the HOH room and they'll try to make a deal. They'll be like, look, if I win HOH next week, which will never happen in a million years, but if it does, you'll be safe that week. I love when that conversation goes down because it's never going to happen. And you're like, dude, get out of my room. I'm going to fucking
Exactly. But the difference between my gameplay and everybody else's is I would tell them, get the fuck out of my room.
Right.
Get the fuck out of my room. You're a worthless piece of shit. You're not going to win anything. Go fuck yourself. And I have a better shot at winning 2 HOHs in a row without even being able to participate than you have of winning. So
and Shelly better get herself the fucking production, get her some sunblock. She's getting way too tan, and she's looking like the old lady on Something About Mary. You remember at the end?
Yes.
She's looking like that lady. She really is, dude. She's orange dark. And you're I know it's not from a tanning bed because there's none there.
Well, they want a black person to represent, so just in case Kalia goes out, Shelly's going to step in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to this HOH, and let's go to Kalia. Kalia complaining to Jeff about other people doing nothing, and her saying that, at least I've done all of this. What the fuck has she done except for attack? She was in the house.
But that's another one. She claims that she's this big game player making huge moves. She sends Lawan home, who Lawan, bless his heart, wasn't doing anything. I mean, his interviews were kind of funny because he's got some funny delivery.
But dude, she did not. His diary rooms were just and you know what?
He's like, bam!
Yeah. I mean, he would scare me every time. It was and Natalie from from Crazy James season. She's like a Stepford wife. Yes, and I'm going after Sheila. Everybody has like that. Who was it? Dan from season 10. He would yell at the camera all the time. There's some people that go in there. It's so weird.
I'm surprised you can't hear them from the fucking living room. They're screaming so loud.
Oh, it's all soundproofed and all that. You know what's so okay? I'm going to give away a little production secret here, which I should get in trouble for, but I won't. What's so funny is I was doing the back of the house tour, like behind the walls tour, and have you done that, James?
No, not at all.
It's like the outside looking in. It's very cool. And there was, who was it? Somebody was doing a diary room, and they were crying in the diary. And the diary room feels like this real intimate, secure place where you can bare your soul, and you're only talking to one person. Little did whoever was crying in the diary room at the time know that there was 50 news reporters from different outlets, like all around the outside looking in. And it's just like, wow, that's so weird. I'll never look at the diary room, even when I'm in it, the same way ever again. Because it is just like a little square.
I got a question for both of you. When they actually bring you into the house, because I used to cover it for Fox Reality, and we all know it's on the CBS lot over in the Valley, but they kind of make it seem like a house. When they bring you into the house for the first time, do they let you know they're driving you on through a set, or do they blindfold you and bring you in and then reveal? Do you know you're getting driven through like a kind of a TV production area?
Absolutely. You go by what Gilligan's Island said, and then you
go.
Wait,
you weren't blindfolded?
No, not at all.
Oh, the first time I went in, maybe it was because of Danielle or something. But they had me blindfolded in the car. I'm like, somebody's going to call the fucking FBI, like they're going to think there's a kidnap victim in the back of this town car. Because they had me blindfolded like the whole way. And I know that when Danielle and Amber left the house to go to New York to do that Power of 10, the Drew Carey short-lived show, that they had them blindfolded and also had like those, those guys at the airport that are like waiting for the planes, had the big old earmuff things on, and the blindfolded and this, and you go through
hilarious.
Like this. So
I forgot there hasn't been any outings like that yet.
No, well, the last outing I believe was in season 10 when production gave Dan, the winner Dan, a free ticket to go to a deserted island with Michelle and change her jury vote, and then go back and have her change other people's jury votes that season.
Oh God, phenomenal.
I don't think that there has been any outings since then, though.
I'm ready for one, though. I'm ready for them to appear on, like, The Price is Right or something like that.
I'm waiting for the fortune teller to come to life. I've been waiting for the fortune teller. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. That fortune teller
waiting for the Zingbot.
It's so weird looking, dude.
And James, did you notice this? James, the Zingbot's voice this year was too high. Did you notice that? Last year's Zingbot, you could understand what they're saying. This one was a little too high. I think they had a girl doing it with a high voice. I got a lot of Twitter feeds on that. Like, people were like, the Zingbot's voice is too high this year. You could barely understand what she was saying.
To be honest, I didn't get into last year's season. I just got to New York, and that was messy. So.
You just got to putting your ex-fiance's name on your foot.
Yeah.
I went to Paris to visit James, and
what were you doing in Paris? What was you doing in Paris?
I was just traveling around. I don't remember where I was going, but I stopped in Paris because James was there. And what we did was, I think Faith was going to the south of France, was she going to Spain or somewhere? And so James had a little bit of time there at the same time. And I was like, let's, dude, we're out. We're going. We went to Amsterdam.
we went so stuffed.
All we did, we didn't even eat regular food. We went into the Bulldog and we'd have like brownies and muffins and everything with marijuana in it. We were so fucked up the whole time. We meet some American tourists that are buying us drinks. We went into, what was it? It was, what the hell was that? What was that place? What was that sex show place we went into? It had like a rotating bed in the middle of the stage, and then it had some like big fat S&M chick doing comedy in between this choreographed fucking. It was really funny.
Was tripping my balls.
That was a trip.
Did you engage? Up on the bed? What's up?
No, man, I couldn't even move.
Purely visitors. That's cool.
That was another trip to Vegas. But on this trip, we actually went to somewhere in France to see Suicidal Tendencies.
In Tours, North.
Is that where it was?
Yeah.
And Mike Muir calls us out on stage for the last song, and we're just like going off. Mike Clark throws me his guitar while we're on stage, and we're singing in the mic, screaming, and just going
That's
off.
awesome.
It was underneath like this plastic circus tent. It was like 900 degrees in there, but it was a blast. James had no clothes. He went with the clothes on his back, and Mike Muir ends up taking him into the merch booth and gives him a bunch of clothes.
That's phenomenal.
Which I did my tours in Paris with for like the next 3 months.
Did you ever get the long johns I sent you?
I did get the camo long johns.
Did I send you some pink ones and camouflage ones or something?
Yeah.
Dude,
I wore those all
hilarious.
through winter. Yeah, Paris
That's
is a bitch.
so funny. Dude,
All right,
where are you right now? Where did they put you up? Where is this I'm looking at? Which hotel are you at? You in
Who?
Hollywood? You.
Oh no, I'm at a friend's house.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I went to that audition today, and then I
Dick, let's talk about it. Let's
not talk about it. I hate talking about stuff.
We're not going to talk about it. You went to an audition. You're here in LA. Things went well, and let's keep our fingers.
Oh yeah, it went really well. They're very happy. Actually, when I was leaving, I could hear the producers behind me going, "That was fucking awesome." So when you hear that when you're leaving, that's always a good sign, I would imagine.
Do you think talking about Mike Boogie would make you feel more comfortable? What? Mike Boogie?
Oh,
what? Oh,
Uncle-
shit.
Uncle Nasty. Uncle Nasty.
All right,
you guys,
move on. We'll move on.
You guys aren't watching Famous Food. I'm really looking forward to Famous Food this week, which it'll be on tonight, actually.
Good segue.
That's so rough. If you didn't watch the show, watch the show. It has a bunch of reality stars. Well, not just reality stars, a bunch of like quote-unquote celebrities. Heidi Montag's on there, Danielle Staub, the fucking crazy bitch from the Housewives, Jake, the Bachelor guy, and they're all vying for, the guy from The Sopranos, Vinny something, and 360 Mafia, 36 Mafia, whatever.
36 Mafia, yeah. Now you're talking my language, bro.
Okay, so they're all vying for a partnership in the Lemon Basket. Remember Ketchup that was on Sunset? It's now the Lemon Basket. I don't even know if it's still there, but they want to be a partner in this restaurant. It's actually pretty good, and there's a bunch of shit supposed to go down tonight. Anyhow, Danny wanted to make a deal for Final 3 or 4 with Jeff. Why in the fuck does Danny think by any means that Jeff is going to make a deal with her? Really, how did this happen? How is she so delusional that she thinks that this is going to happen?
I think she's asking the wrong people. She should be... What is this?
Nice. Hey now.
This is a video that's on my friend's table here.
Forbidden.
You've been watching this? What the hell is that?
That's awesome.
Oh, there's Oingo Boingo in it. Okay, never mind.
Nice.
No, I think she's asking the wrong people for the finals. She should be talking to, I mean, Adam's not going to listen to her, but she should at least try. So.
What is that now? Rustic absence. Oh, that's great. Don't give him that. No, you know what I think? It's like there's desperate people, spit out desperate things, and it's like she knows she's at a desperate time, and I think the thing that shot her in the foot, Dick, and you talked about this earlier, I think, on your shows, is she made the big move too early by wanting to go over and join the newbies, and that's cursed her ever since. And she was basically riding on borrowed time since that move. And Jeff just said it tonight. He said, "Listen, you made your move early in the game. I can't trust you, so why would I trust you now?" And he's exactly right.
It is exactly right.
Can we all say that Dominic move fucked her pretty bad?
That goes back to her powers of persuasion, which are non-existent, because she, again, approached them to save Dominic by saying, "I did this, and we agree on this, and if you guys do this, I'm going to be furious. I'm going to be pissed off at you." And she kept pushing so hard, but she's not giving them any reason whatsoever why they should keep Dominic. They should keep Dominic.
Right.
Not just for her, but what good is it going to do for them? And the second thing was, Dominic was so shady from the beginning that nobody really trusted him. He didn't play his game as he should either. And all these people that try to make deals when their ass is on the block is just ridiculous. The time to make deals is beforehand. Danielle treating Adam like shit the entire game until she needs him for a vote now. Really, you think that any of these pleas are going to fall on, sympathetic ears? He's just going to be going, "Fuck you. You haven't talked to me the whole game. You just make fun of me. And now you need me, so you're going to come in like..." She's even been offering up a play date with me for Adam's vote. I'm not kidding you. I have tons of people telling me that.
That is awesome.
And let me tell you something. There's no way I'm going to Hoboken, New Jersey to go have a play date with Adam.
Come on. At least Adam's not screaming his Metallica voice every 5 seconds anymore.
Oh, that was in the beginning.
He's like, it's like
bacon!
One trick pony.
Oh, God, the guy gives me a headache. He's one of those people that is like contrived eccentricity. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, absolutely. Oh, I'm a metal guy, but I like Tori Spelling. I'm a metal guy, but I like bacon. I'm a metal guy, but, I wear fucking girls' panties.
Small world. Adam is a friend of mine. Dave Sinkio owns Idle Hands in New York City. And so I've actually, when Adam got on, my friend Dave emailed me immediately and was like, that's my friend, brother. So, I mean, it's just like 9 degrees of everything, man.
But I feel like when Adam shaved his beard, his balls went with it right into everyone's pocket who he thought he could help.
I don't think that he had balls from the beginning.
But like whatever ball left, when the beard came off, right in the fucking purse. You know what I'm saying?
Do we have some pictures of Adam? I think Brian has some pictures for me. We got one of a comparison to Adam to Uncle Fester.
Where's that at? This should be fun.
Here it comes. It's coming. Brian's pretty quick. I know he's scrambling right now. It's like, God damn it, Dick, give me some. And the next one, we're going to go to the Six Flags guy. So I'm giving you a heads up.
Oh, I saw the video about that. That was hilarious.
It's fucking awesome. Okay, we're going to have to move on. Brian's probably taking a nap.
I can mentally see.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, here we go.
Uncle Fester. And yes, we are going to play.
Like a badass.
We are going to play the Six Flags. Go. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, you've seen it before. I think it's funny. We're playing it again. I love this. This is one of the producers, Pat, put this together for me. He fucking rocks, and this is awesome. And the one, and the two, and the...
He almost looks like a badass with his beard shaved and his head shaved.
Oh, please. He needs to shave his back. Dude, I saw this guy sleeping with like just the blanket across his crotch. He looked like a bear. He's like... I'm like, dude, you better be wearing underwear. The last thing I need to see is your fucking morning wood. Okay, so we're lagging on that. Should we move on?
Dick, okay. Are you afraid for your daughter? Let's get right to it.
No.
You're afraid she's going home?
Played her own game. She wanted to play her own game. She's been talking shit about me all season long. She got to play her own game, and everybody can see the type of game that she played without me. So that's all I have to say about that. I get more out of her. The whole Lawan thing was like just absolutely unbelievable to me. Her turning against the vets in the beginning like that was ridiculous. And if you're gonna go, she wanted Jeff out. She wanted Jeff out. Then when she had the opportunity, it was all about getting Brendan out. It was all about getting Brendan out.
What screwed her was the people coming back in. Brendan coming back in kind of killed it too.
Well, if they would have gotten rid of Jeff the week that instead of getting rid of Lawan, or even got rid of Rachel during that week,
that was a wasted HOH.
There was 2 wasted HOHs because it killed Danny's first HOH, plus Lawan leaves, plus Brendan comes back. It wiped out the 2 prior HOHs. Period. The only HOH out of Danielle's 2 HOHs and Kalia's HOH that even mattered was Danielle's last HOH when Brendan went home for a second time.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
Anyhow, one more thing, and we're going to go to video mailbag. Okay, this is a little segment I call the Lydia dumb bitch move of the week. So who gets this award from both of you two?
For this week?
The Lydia Dumb Bitch of the Week award.
James, you want to go first?
No, I'm going to give this to you, brother. I mean, to be honest,
oh, come on, you guys got to think about this?
No, well, here you go. As much as I hate to say it, I'm going to say just from this episode, it's probably on Danielle. Just because, I mean, her game has caught up to her, and it's not like she made a specific move this episode, but her game's caught up to her, and I think I really feel bad because she was a favorite of mine. I think she's on her way out, dude.
Well, I think the thing is, too, is that she didn't do anything the 3 weeks that her and Kalia were HOH in order to try to, like, really get things rolling for the time that they weren't going to be, because you're not going to win out. Well, you know, shit. Right. I heard her and Kalia going, well, I'm going to win HOH, and then you're going to win HOH, and then I'm going to win HOH, and then you're going to win HOH, and it doesn't fucking happen like that. They were lucky that it went on for the running ahead. You know, all they did was sit up in the HOH. Like, literally. The only time that they came down was to get more food. No, I'm not kidding you. And this is like a huge mistake that people make. Cal made it in my season. Her and Jen were up in the HOH for the first 2 weeks of the game. You don't see what's going on. You're not there to break up game talk between different people. Instead, they're looking at the television going, oh, look at that asshole sitting with that asshole. Oh, let's see who's in that room. Oh, that asshole's at that. But it doesn't do it. It's just stupid. You have to have a social game. This is why Danielle lost. She even said it earlier in the show. She lost because of, to me, the biggest fucking asshole that's ever walked in that house. She lost the game in season 8 to me because of her social game. Period. And here she is again, secluding herself, alienating people, so on and so forth, in this season. And that's what's, part of what's costing her this game. Where she could have, at this point, even with evicting Brendan, there could have been a possibility of her aligning with Rachel. But the fuck yous and the looks and the this and that, and between her and Rachel giving each other looks, there should be 25 kittens dead.
I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty surreal talking. I know both you and your daughter outside of the house, so it's kind of weird just to be in these situations. Talking about you guys. I don't know. It's like we're talking gameplay and stuff like that, but it's like you kind of you don't know what's gonna happen when you're under those pressures. Like things come out. Like you don't even know what's happening sometimes. So.
I will say this from being involved in reality television for a number of years now and being involved with many casts, it seems that when female cast members do not like each other, they just can't put that past them and play the game. They are still at each other's throats, whereas guys, just for on one of my seasons, Kenny and Wes, they hate each other. But when the time is right, they can kind of work together. It seems
sometimes you have to.
Yeah, but it seems like girls don't embrace that gameplay coming after me.
Let's look at the perfect example of that is Shelly and Rachel.
Exactly.
Shelly just cannot get over it. She's just, all she does is talk shit about Rachel because Rachel outed her wanting Jeff and Jordan. Turning on Jeff and Jordan. And she denies. But I love the fact that Big Brother put her lying right after she's saying, I didn't say that. And then they play the clip where she did say that. Right. I love when they do that shit. It just is fuck you and fuck you too. Let's go do some...
She's going to have to write sentences. She's going to have to write sentences. I will not tell a lie. Sentences. Up and down the chalkboard.
All right, let's go to
the video mailbag. I've heard about this.
Let's go to the video mailbag. Hey, Julian.
Does it make you angry at all to watch this sad of a season? I've been watching since season 5, and this is fucking garbage TV. I'd rather watch the Kardashians. Anyways, also, Dick, you guys play every week that video or a different video of that African girl or whatever she is. It's just as fucking annoying as seeing Kalia talk every day. Anyways, later.
Wow.
What was that? Was there actually a question there?
No, he's just venting.
He was saying how the season sucks. He'd rather watch the Kardashians, and you play some video of some, in his words, African girl.
No, she is an African girl. That wasn't a racist statement. She's from Africa. And when I played the video mailbag when Keith was on the show, she ripped Keith up, and Keith was like, she said she was from Africa? Well, let me talk to you.
Oh, wow.
And I fucking hit the ground. I'm like, no white person could ever do that.
So Dick, from now that you're outside as a viewer, you too, James, because you've been in the house, what do you think of this year, how it's going down? What do you think of the format, and what do you think of the players?
The players, I mean, some of them, I mean, bringing in players from the past, we already know their gameplay a little bit, so it's kind of interesting watching it with the fans versus favorites because that hasn't been done before. But knowing how bitchy some of these people are, man, I couldn't deal with it in some senses. Like, I couldn't deal with the Rachel or, you know, and not to, with Danny, too, you know. So,
Right.
Rachel would drive me fucking crazy. I would have listen, I would have lit that bitch up like a motherfucking Christmas tree. If Jeff said, like, you know, you weren't cheering or whatever Jeff said to her when she ran and hid in the bushes, I keep saying that if I was in the house with Rachel and we ended up on opposite sides, that bitch would have committed suicide on live fucking cameras. I'm not kidding you. So
I love when she ran in the bushes. That was like, my friend texted me from the East Coast. He's like, wait till you see what Rachel does tonight. It's like, who does that, dude? Unless you're like an 8-year-old that just got yelled at in front of like the class. You know, it's like I can't even wrap my brain around it.
yeah, you're exactly right. I agree wholeheartedly on that one. She's something else, and that's why they brought her back again, because there's just, you know, you got to give, people complain about the casting, about the casting year after year, but I got to say that Robin Cass has pulled some people out of her ass, like Jen Johnson in my season, that are some of the most unique motherfuckers. Love them or hate them, she has found some very unique motherfuckers, and one of them is sitting with us right now, Crazy James. I have never seen anybody else do a taint slap naked in the backyard, catching their penis, you know, between their legs and running around, and that season was something else.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Dave.
James, where did they find you, James? Where did they find you?
I was bicycling around the world, and I was homeless in New York, and I went into a bar with some Australian people that were buying me drinks, and I was in the bar.
Nice. I need
Where
to
they're doing.
Really?
go to an open casting, goddamn.
Yeah.
Talk about a strange stroke of luck, so to speak.
I love that story. That's like almost like the Puck from Real World story. He was bicycling around San Francisco.
Yeah, weren't they? I heard that they were like looking for him. They tried to get him. He told me the story of his interview.
No,
He was eating chicken wings, and who was the woman that he was talking to?
Mary Alice Bunham.
And she had a white blouse on, and he took this barbecue chicken wing and threw it and hit her in the top and put a big old barbecue stain right on her shirt. And
That was back then. He was like a courier on a bicycle.
A bicycle messenger, yeah.
And he only had a pager. So Bunham and Murray kept paging him, but when you call back the page, it would just be the front desk of Bunham and Murray. It wouldn't be the exact person wanting to talk to him. So he said for like 5 or 6 times he'd get paged and call this number back, and they'd be like, Real World. He's like, you keep fucking paging me, and what do you want? They had no idea what he was talking about. And then when they flew up to meet him in San Francisco, he was like, they said, pick the place we're going to eat at. So he said he picked the most expensive place he knew.
That's right, he told me about that too.
And he said before he went in, and he's like, I think this sealed it for me. He's like, before I went in, I decided at that moment, during the entire dinner, I wasn't going to use my knife or fork. I was going to eat with my hands. Yes! And he's like, I think that sealed it for me, which is fantastic.
But Puck is one of the most unique people that's ever been on reality television, and he was the first person that was actually real on television.
Absolutely.
I mean, the guy picked his nose and then stuck it in the peanut butter.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck that Pedro had AIDS. He told him to fuck off anyhow, because Pedro was being a dick, where everybody was like, oh, well, he's sick, he's going to die, I can't say stuff.
Let me tell you, hey, you both will appreciate this. I'm going to tell you a quick 30-second Puck story. He was like, Mark, there was a time in the house where everyone was bashing me. He's like, everyone was fucking pissing me off. He's like, so I made it a point. He's like, everyone drank coffee in the morning and used to wake up, do coffee, pour milk. And he goes, I woke up in the middle of the night. He goes, I opened the milk jar, he goes, and I dipped and shoved my balls in the milk and shook it up. And he goes, when I came down the next morning, I saw people making coffee, pouring milk in their coffee, and I thought to myself, yes, I've won. That's a good story.
I love that guy. Well, I got to get him. I know he's not watching Big Brother. I'd like to get him on the show. Do something.
Just a rant.
Yeah, I mean, I had Puck on the when I was doing the Super Pass show, and the ratings were like 4.4 million people or something. We had a great time. That's when he had a warrant for his arrest out, and TMZ was reporting it, and it was a hilarious show. We had a really good time. I got him a free vasectomy on the show. because it's
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I haven't got it, the motherfucking pussy.
He's too scared. He told me he was too scared.
Oh, he's such a pussy.
I'll take the vasectomy.
Dude, let me tell you,
Come on, James.
that vasectomy was the best $1,000 I've ever spent.
I couldn't
best.
do it. Even thinking about that, I could not do
Why?
it. Because it just makes me like cringe at the fact of it. I know you're probably numbed up, but it just makes me cringe.
Oh, dude, you feel like a couple pinpricks in your sack, and then you see a couple of puffs
right now.
You get a couple of puffs of smoke come out of your sack when they cauterize it. They sew you up. You put frozen peas on your balls for a day or so, and you're fine.
I could not even deal with that shit.
Oh, trust me, the peace of mind was well worth it. Let's go to the next video mailbag.
Wow. Manny Cam.
I like the bar behind it.
Is that Enzo in disguise?
That's Enzo in 20 years.
Oh, where'd that go?
I don't know.
Hey guys, I have a question.
We're having technical issues. Here we go.
No, here we go.
Hey guys, I have a question regarding the diary room. I was wondering if you could clear it up for me. Dick, you might not be able to answer this one because you're still on contract, but I just have a question about production and how they affect what people say in the diary room. Because I think yesterday on the live feeds, Jeff had said how in the diary room there were producers that were trying to like manipulate him and convince him to keep Danny instead of and not make her the replacement nominee in the POV. So I was just wondering how like the diary room works. Do like the producers come in person and like feed you questions or like give you advice about the game? Like if they maybe were hinting for him to keep Danny as opposed to putting her up on the block, or do they do it through like a loudspeaker or something? I always thought it was just the person and then a camera and they could just freely talk, but I didn't know how the producers worked for the...
I've been trying to get Pat to limit that to 30-second questions, but basically she's asking about diary room, and what I can say is this. There's no one in there. You don't see anyone. It's not a loudspeaker, but there is like a small PA in there that they talk to you, and they'll ask you questions. Sometimes they let you rant, and what they do is they want you to look at situations from all sides, which also helps them. Like even if you have no intention on voting out Adam this week, they want to get sound bites of you saying that maybe Adam will leave or something like that. So it's not, so everybody doesn't know the outcome before the votes are in, just like they do on Survivor all the time. Mark, go ahead.
No, that's exactly right, because even on our shows, they don't necessarily tell you what to say, but they give you like, you know, like almost hypotheticals. Well, if such and such goes home, wouldn't it be better for your game if blankety blank? Like they kind of give you leading questions, but they never put words in your mouth.
Yeah,
so
they want the sound bites too. You know, they want you to say like, if that person leaves, what would you say? You know, and that's what, you know, you're going through the sound bites of everything so they can make the show possible.
Because
and make the show less predictable. I mean, if they want exactly what they're going to do,
absolutely.
It would be a predictable show.
And you know, it's when you're in there, and like I would go on like rants and, you know, cover all kinds of stuff, but you know, as opposed to talking, you know, you have to remember that these diary rooms that they show, you never see more than what, a 15-second stretch of any one person's diary room at any one time. So they do. That's what they're looking for, is sound bites. You know, and this one is a crazy bitch and blah 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 blah, and boom, they're on to the next thing. They just insert it.
Or they use the diary room to break up threesomes.
Hey now.
Oh, is that when you were with Chelsea and Allison?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They'll hold you in the diary room.
Is that when
Adam, report to the diary room. Adam, pull your penis out of the two girls and report to the diary room.
Straddled Allison on the couch and said, "Does my pussy smell?" After Allison was telling everyone that Chelsea's pussy smelled.
Oh. Got quiet there.
Yes, I remember
I might have
it well.
to leave in 5 minutes. Did you hear me?
Oh,
I might have to go
okay.
in 5 minutes.
Let's run another video mailbag. How much
Hi,
time do we
Dick and
have?
guest. Bob in Tampa. Right now it's Wednesday and the whole world is waiting patiently to find out what we already know from watching the feeds. Jeff Wenderby took down Porsche, put up Dan. He's pretty much toast. What I want to know is if you were in a spot right now, how would you sway the other house guests to keep you instead of Kalia? Yeah, I know you wouldn't have gotten into that predicament, but what if hypothetically you did? Thanks, Dick. Always a fan. Bob out.
All right, so that's an overweight Hunter S. Thompson.
The first thing I want to say is, fuck you too.
Wow,
he always starts his video mailbags by giving me the finger. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're into the show. James, what would you do if you were in Danielle's position?
Danielle's position, she's getting backdoored. She knows she's getting backdoored. Danielle's game should have been played 2 weeks ago. You know, Danielle at this point needs to hit up Adam and try and convince him, but I don't think she can do it because of how she's treated Adam, like we've talked about in the beginning of the show. So,
I totally agree. It's a little too late. Too little, too late is my theory with her.
I think so too. I think that the only thing that would get Adam to vote for Danielle is if she actually cut his balls off and hung them from her chin during the vote and told him that
I was going to say sexual favor, but I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, she was going to eat them for lunch if he doesn't vote for her. If she goes out the door, she's giving them to Julie Chen or something. I think it's kind of a hopeless thing. I don't see it really happening. And I do see Danielle sitting with Julie Chen at the end of the episode tomorrow. In the middle of the episode. That's our 2-minute warning. So you got plenty of time, Mark. Let's roll another video mailbag.
All right.
Dick and the RTV Zone crew basically have the biggest targets on their backs. And it doesn't look like any of them are actually going to make the final two. Do you actually think a newbie's going to win in the end?
Good question. What do you think, Mark?
I hope not. I feel like the season would kind of be a failure if a newbie won, just because a lot of them did just kind of float by. Not even float by, but some of them just didn't even compete well. So I feel like I'd be happy if one of the vets won, and I'd even say this, I'd be happy if Rachel won over any of the newbies, and that's pretty freaking...
Would you be happy if Jordan won?
Absolutely, because... No, listen.
No.
Yeah, see, me neither.
I'd be happy because I think she looks cute in her outfit, but that's...
I'm tired of this cute stuff. James, what do you think?
No, out of anyone that we got going right now, I mean, a newbie winning... so if Danny leaves, and I mean, it doesn't even have to matter. Like, Adam would probably be the only one out of the newbies that I'd like to see. Out of the old people, the veterans would probably be like Jeff.
Yeah,
I think that the only savior for the season would be if Jeff won. To be honest with you, anybody else, I think that production and the show itself would be kind of a letdown. I know that people would be happy if Jordan won. I could give a fuck. I don't like her game, so whatever.
This is what you hear moaning. This is what you guys hear moaning in my ear.
We thought it was your girlfriend.
Had him since birth, bro. Had him since birth.
All right, one more video mailbag. Let's go.
What up, guys? This question's for Evil Dick. If you stayed in the house, how long would you have stayed aligned with the vets for? Would you have turned on Brendan and Rachel in the first couple of weeks, or would you have actually stuck it out with the vets to the final 6? Thanks.
Personally, it depends. The game is different if you're in there. You have to know how your relationships are. You have to know where everybody's at. You have to know which newbies you'd be able to pull on your side when you get rid of them. But I can guarantee you one thing. If I was in the house right now, Jeff wouldn't be in the house right now. This is probably around the time that I would have flipped and started breaking up the couples. I can't believe that Jeff and Jordan are still in the house together. I think that's the biggest mistake of everybody else, whether they're in their alliance or not, is leaving those two in there together. I think it's really stupid. Mark, what do you think?
I agree because, and you know what's funny is watching the feeds is I actually kind of appreciate that Shelly's flipping and trying to get them out. Like, Shelly actually is trying to make a move here. And I feel like, kudos to her for even realizing that and sharing it with the rest of the cast, because one of them could easily go up and tell Jeff and Jordan what's going on, and they would flip on her in 2 seconds. So I applaud Shelly for trying to do that. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. Jeff's playing such a huge game competitive-wise. Like, he's doing real good in the competition. So if that keeps up, I mean, obviously next week's going to be very important because he can't win HOH. That's going to be the true test of how.
Not next week. Tomorrow. It's a double eviction tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And to be honest with you, I think that production, CBS, Big Brother, and everybody concerned would shit a fucking brick if Danielle went home and Jeff went home in 1 hour. What do you think, James?
That would be pretty amazing. That would be intense. But at the same time, I think that Shelley, going into the Shelley thing, I think that she's going to flip every week. It doesn't matter where she's going. She's just going to be flipping all over the place until the end.
But she's been swinging from fucking Jeff's nuts for the whole show, and now all of a sudden she's finally realizing that we need to get this motherfucker out of here. And you know what? I applaud her too, even though I like the fact that last week her 8-year-old daughter, said she needs to stop lying.
That was a great moment, though. I love that moment. That was a great moment. It was great.
Do we have time for one more? Let's do one more and we'll call it a show.
Okay. Oh, God.
If you had to have sex within the Houseguest, who would you have sex with? My pick would be obvious. It would be Lydia. Oh, God, I would like to get that chocolate milkshake. And just drink it down. Ooh, that milkshake can make me go down in there.
Is this guy being held hostage by the Middle East?
Food. You think you know Korea has the booty. It ain't tell me which Houseguest would you get.
Okay, I couldn't understand a fucking word he said. I think he was being held hostage. All it was missing was the newspaper next to him. So let's run the next video mailbag and let's get the hell out of here.
Hey-oh.
Da, 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 da.
Are we done?
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Dick, it's Micah from Virginia once again. If Danny makes it through this week, it would have to be one of the worst game moves ever by Jeff. Do you think there's any way she survives? Also, I know you're still under contract, but other house guests, how much of the stuff in the diary room is fed by production, the lines that they say? Because they say some really cheesy-ass shit. Just curious. Love the show. See you later.
Okay, I want to comment, I want to comment
this
first.
Guy on television?
This guy's eyebrows go like halfway up his head every time he makes an expression. Did you notice that? Or am I wrong?
No. Why does he not have his own show? Because that guy's great to look at. That's awesome.
And he's funny. And we talked about the diary room. We already covered the diary room stuff.
Hey, real quick. Let me leave you with this, Dick. I have a question for you and James. Is Danny going home this week?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay, there you go. I agree.
Mark Long.
Thank you, bro.
Famous for a million things, but most well known for Road Rules Season 1, All-American Kid. How old are you now? 50?
Just turned 40 June 2nd. How about that shit?
Yeah, see, I can't. You look good, man. You look good.
I'm hanging in there, bro.
I can't believe you're only 8 years younger than I am. God damn, I look old. Crazy James. Nice to have you back in LA, and thanks for joining us. We'll have to bring you back again.
Mark, I messaged you my number.
Yeah, please do. All right, guys. Bye, Dick. See you later. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right. Ciao.
Peace.